As the first COVID vaccine arrived in the City of Cornwall and began being administered, I'm joined now by one of our frontline healthcare workers who has been part of giving those vital vaccines to residents in long-term care homes. Carol, welcome to the show.
Hi, nice to be here.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for everything that you do. I want to talk a little bit about the historic significance of this. But first, let's get to know you a little bit. How long have you been a paramedic?
I've been with the city now. This is my 20th year.
Wow. And what made you decide to enter this line of work?
Typically, it's always wanting to help people. Just always loved it. You're not stuck in an office all day. You get to be outside. Minus 40 days, that's not always a good thing, but overall, I like it.
For sure, and it's been a good year for that, at least being outdoors. But it's been a really challenging year as well. And I'm sure you never imagined 20 years ago when you started on the job that you would be part of something of this sort of momentous occasion.
No, not at all. Not in the least.
So let's talk a little bit about that and how you feel to be part of this little piece of history in terms of delivering the very first vaccines that are in Cornwall.
Quite honored, actually. It's been quite fascinating to see how happy people are to finally get this going, the vaccine going, so that we can hopefully get back to a normal life sooner than later.
Absolutely, and we know, of course, that the long-term care homes where they are being administered have been really hard hit. So, talk to me a little bit more about that reception you've gotten from those that you've given the vaccine to.
The first vaccine we gave Wednesday morning for the gentleman that gave it, a round of applause from everybody, from the workers, from the staff, from the other residents that were waiting their turn. It was heartwarming.
Absolutely, and it's important to note as well that you've been vaccinated and your coworkers as well. So talk to me about how that went.
Only the coworkers that are doing the vaccinations have gotten it so far. It went well. My arm, not even really tender today. It's been 2 days. Everything else is fine. As far as I know, as of last night, the ones that got it too, there have been no reactions. I was very proud to get it, very happy to get it.
Oh, I bet it's again, it's a piece of history, right? And we know that this is sort of like a little glimmer of hope for a lot of us. But I'm sure, especially for yourself and your coworkers, because the stress and the strain, I'm sure, has been tenfold for those on the front lines this past year.
The waiting list is very anxious to get their chance to get theirs.
Absolutely. So let maybe talk a little bit about this unique year as well, and in the experience of being on the front lines in a pandemic, which again, you probably never imagined that you would be in that position.
No, never expected this. It's different. You can see it in the faces of the people out there. When it first started, everybody was very careful and everything was closed down and quiet. And it hadn't really hit us yet at that point, but it is hitting us hard now. And you can see not the fear, but the questions and the uncertainty in everybody, and nobody wants to bring it home to their family. And this everybody's tired of being stuck at home, need to get back to our regular lives, some semblance of what's going to be our new regular lives. The vaccine is a very important part of that, so that we can open ththings back up again.
Absolutely, it's really a pivotal time because we're seeing that glimmer of hope with those first vaccines being administered. But we also had the news about having to stay at home. But for someone on the front lines that's seen the impact, obviously we know that our hospitals are getting full. What's your message to the community of people that are maybe having that COVID fatigue and really need that reminder that right now the best thing you can do to save lives is to stay home?
If they have not seen what this disease is doing to people, count themselves lucky. Hang on, do it a little while longer. Let's get the vaccines out there so that everybody can get protected. And that way things will open up and then our new normal will start. But right now, it's really need to be diligent right now.
And of course, I'm sure there are some people that are a little hesitant with vaccines as well. We know that it came out really fast, but it's really a miracle of modern science how fast this came together. Scientists around the world, probably unprecedented budgets to put this vaccine together. So obviously you've received it, you've administered it. What's your message to those about the vaccine itself?
It's amazing what money can do to get things moved along for red tape that others have fought for a long time to get through. So that helped with the process of this happening faster. Some people don't want it. That is their choice. But for those who do want it, it's coming. It's coming. Hang on a little bit longer.
Absolutely. I think that's a beautiful message to end on. And I want to take the opportunity once again to thank you for joining me. But again, thank you for everything that you do, as well as to all your colleagues. Please, on our behalf of the City of Cornwall, extend our gratitude to all your team, the people that you work with, because we've been lucky to have you throughout this pandemic. We're lucky to have you on the front lines now administering that vaccine. And we're holding on, and we can't wait to see it move through the community.
Thank you very much. And the team appreciates any thanks that they get to.